Yes. Yeah. Here, today we are going to see that first topic. Let me share. Here, I'm going to explain Web UI programming. This is the first session on Web UI at 7 a.m. Okay. So, and yeah, yes. Here, this is the first demo session on Web UI programming. UI means here, user interface. Here it is a user interface. To create this user interactive page, we have to learn that list of all topics are here. HTML 4 and 5, CSS 2 and 3, third topic JavaScript, here fourth one jQuery, here fifth one Ajax, here sixth one responsive design, here responsive design, seventh one will be here Bootstrap, eighth one will be here less and SAS programming, ninth one is project, 10th one is exam. Here, like this, I'll continue. Total duration of my content will be here 2 months. Next 2 months, I'm going to continue on all these topics. Here, I'm continuing on Web UI. UI means here user interface. To create this user interactive page, here we have to learn these all topics. Here, UI. When you enter any URL in the browser, whatever application you can see, that is what here UI. When you enter any URL in the browser, whatever application you can see, that is what here you are. 96. Here, suppose if I am entering google.com in the browser. Here, www.google.com. So here under this, once you enter google.com here, Google, so you can find it here, search option. Once you click on the search option, your data will be redirected to server. Here, once you click on the search option, here your data will be redirected to server. Here I'm clicking on this Google. So once you click on this Google option, your data will be redirected to server. Server connected to database. Database will connect to here, give the results back to the server. Here server will give you resultant page for us. Here in this Web UI programming, when you enter any URL in the browser, whatever application you can see, that is UI. That resultant page, what you are getting here finally after connecting with the server, that is also a UI page. Here is our server programming. This is our database programming. Here, these databases are here, Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, here MongoDB, here, etc., all comes under databases. Servers are here, PHP server, Java server, .NET server, Python server, here, etc., all comes under server programs. Here, this is our starting page is a UI page and resultant page is also a UI page. Here, starting page is a UI page and resultant page is also a UI page. You will get all the list of links here. Link 1, link 2, link 3. All the list of links, you will get it for our application. Here, all the list of links, you can get it for our application like this. This list of links, what I'm getting here. So this will get it from the server to database. So this total architecture, it is MVC architecture. Not only Google, Facebook, Twitter, any URL you can enter, that URL, that UI page will always connect with the server. Servers are, it may be PHP, Java, .NET, Python, any one server programming. This server programming will connect to database. Here, this server programming will connect to database. Database will connect to, will give you result back to the server page. Server will give you UI page for us. So this total architecture is our Here MVC architecture. Model View Controller architecture we will follow for developing our application. Here Model View Controller. In this Model View Controller architecture, here model part and the view part. Here, if you are developing the model part here, this model part and the view part, here controller part, we use it here to develop our application. Here model, view, controller, model and controller, we will develop it by server program. Here view part is our UI programming. View part is our UI programming. Model and controller, we develop it by server programs. Here model and controller, we will develop it by server programs. Here it is UI based, this is also server program. Here view part, if you check this view part here, view is our UI page. Here view is our UI page. This is our UI page. Okay. Here in this architecture, model view controller architecture, we will follow in this view part here, our UI page. Here in this time, that in this UI page, if you check it here, this is my total content. Here in this, I'm going to discuss only the UI part, this development. Starting page and the resultant page. Server-side development will be developed by server-side developers. Database will be developed by database developers. Here, this UI page, what you can see here, I'll show you one UI page here. If you enter facebook.com, here itself, I'm entering here facebook.com. So if you enter facebook.com here, this Facebook, here, this is our Facebook page. In this Facebook page, here, if you enter this Facebook page here, this is our login page of the Facebook. If you enter valid username, valid password, it will connect to server, server connected to database. So this is one UI page. This UI page will connect to server, server connected to database. This type of interactions you can observe here in every UI programming. In every UI programming, see here, I'll show you. Here from this URL, I'll show you. See here, login.php. So this Facebook is one UI page. It is connecting with the server page. That server is our Facebook is connecting with the server page here. This server page is our here UI. The starting page is a UI page. UI will connect with the server, that is PHP. PHP is connecting with the database. This database may be MySQL, maybe SQL Server, any database we can use. Here we are learning here UI page, UI connected to server, server connected to database. This type of interactions you can observe here in our UI programming. In our UI programming, you can find it here, this type of interactions. Front end connected to server, server connected to database. This type of interactions you can observe here in every UI program. Here, and I'll show you one more URL here. One more URL like this only. Here, Oracle create account. Here, create account page of this Oracle. Here, this is one example for here, create account page of this Oracle here. This is also one example for UI connected to server, server connected to database. Here, this is our UI page. This UI, after clicking submit button, see here, see, you can see that UI page. See, this is one URL. Control-C copy. Here only you can find it here. This UI page is connecting with the server page. Here itself, you can see that here UI is connecting with the server page. Here that is JSP page. Here itself, JSP page will connect to database. Database here maybe Oracle, maybe MySQL, maybe SQL Server, any database. So this is one example for front end is connecting with the server Java, Java is connecting with the database. Like this, you can find so many web pages with so many different server programs. In this example, I'm explaining here, UI is common for every development. For every development, UI will be common. This UI page only will connect with the server, server connected to database. Here we are learning here UI programming. In this UI programming, the front end is connecting with the server, server connecting to database. This is what here UI page. In this UI page, you can find it here. UI server database. In this interactions, you can find it here. UI is our front end page connecting to server, server connecting to database. Okay, this is common. This is totally MVC architecture. So in my syllabus, I'm going to continue for the next 2 months. I'm going to continue for the 2 months on these all topics. Along with that, any one framework, Angular or React, any one framework we will learn. So with that framework, we can develop our application. Here we are learning here UI page, UI connecting to server, server connecting to database. Here in this UI page, so here front end page, that starting page is a front end page. This front end page is interacting with the server page, server interacting with the database. So here in this programming, here you can find it. These all topics I'm going to explain for the next 2 months. And Saturdays, I'll go for project session. One Saturday project session, one Saturday exam. So once HTML4 completed, I'll conduct one exam on HTML4. And once CSS2 completed, I'll conduct one more exam on CSS2. So like that, I'll continue test. And project session, so how to use this HTML4 and CSS2 in the real time, I'll explain to you in the project session. So piecewise we'll do it in the every weekend session on this project. Piecewise I'll do. And every class, every file, I'll upload it in OneDrive. See like this, 6 a.m., 8:30, 11 a.m. Like this, I'll create one drive for your batch. Okay, so I'll create one drive for your batch. In that drive only, I'll upload everyday class recordings. See here, all up to project session, all sessions recordings are uploaded here. See, this is my offline session, offline classes, all I uploaded here. So in this time, you can check it here, paint file, programs, documents. Like this, you will find it here, all my files. And here, paint file programs. See, topic wise, all programs. Here, HTML4 programs, CSS2 programs, Ajax programs, Bootstrap program, each topic related programs, I'll upload it in this drive. Not in the same drive, I'll upload one more drive for your 7 a.m. batch, and that drive only I'll upload all my class files. Okay, recordings, programs, paint files, everything I'll upload it here. So by that you can check my drive for development. Okay, here recordings, programs, documents, you can see here. In this jQuery, see jQuery files. So generally in the first 2 days of demonstration, I'll cover each topic introduction. So up to lessons as each topic introduction and topic related one example, I'll explain to you. Here each topic introduction and topic related one example, I'll explain to you. So by that you will understand here. So I'll explain to you each topic and topic related one example. I'll explain to you in the first 2 days of demonstration. So by that you will get overview idea. Here up to now I explained title, that is UI. After this, first 2 sessions of my classes, I'll explain to you each topic introduction. Okay, each topic introduction and topic related, each topic related example I'll explain to you. And here you can see that here in this topic time, HTML, CSS, JavaScript like this, each topic, all examples, one examples I'll explain to you in my class. Here in this time, here whatever topic I'm explaining to you, here topic related real-time implementation you will understand in the project. Here topic brief information you will understand in the project session. After that, you will go for one by one continuation sessions. Saturdays, I'll go for project session, and each topic related programs, I'll upload it in the programs folder. Everyday class files, I'll upload it in the paint folder. See here, everyday class, I'll upload it in the paint folder here, and then documents folder here, everyday document, I'll upload it in this doc folder, and here weekend test. So test I'll conduct, the test related question papers and answer sheets, I'll upload it here in this drive. So last test, all up to last test, all results, all exam question papers, answer sheets, everything I'll upload it here in this drive. So like this, I'll continue everyday class, everyday topic. Okay, so like this, I'll create one 6 a.m. drive, 7 a.m. drive for your batch. So I'll upload all 45 to 50 recordings. I'll upload it in that drive. So you can check it here. 6 a.m. drive, it is more than 450 recordings, more than 40 recordings. Here in this recording, 6 a.m. July batch. So just yesterday, my 2-month session, July, August, September, we completed that session. See, here 29 September and remaining all classes I uploaded here. 42 sessions. Here 43 onwards, you can check it here in this 6 a.m. session, July batch. See, here 3 more sessions I uploaded here. 45 sessions I uploaded for them. Okay, so like this, I'll continue everyday class and I'll continue all topics, topic related, each example. Here, this is my last session. 5th October, I conducted as the last session for that batch. Okay, so here like this, I'll continue all my classes. Every recording, you can check it. If you miss any class, you can check with the recording. But you should attend everyday class. You can ask your questions. So by that, you can improve your syllabus subject. Okay, and practice, everyday practice required. No prerequisite for this course. If you don't know any other programming languages, no problem, you can learn this course. Okay, here I'm going with the first topic here. First, we discussed all introduction part of websites. So under this, here Facebook and Oracle, both are the 2 examples for 2 different server programs. Similar way, if you want to see the .NET programming one, here Union Bank is one site. Here Union Bank site, if you check it here, this is one related to .NET application. See here, if I want to go for central government taxes or something, direct tax. See here, this is redirecting to some other page. Here it is JSP page, it is redirecting to some other page. Here, fees and know your user ID. See, this is related to this site, this particular site. You can check actually somewhere, it will give you that related to here corporate login. Here in that URL, it will show you ASP, active server page. That is related to .NET. .NET related page, it will show for us. So something if I enter, it is asking me valid entry here somewhere. Okay. In some page, it will show you here, forgot create password. Here generally it will show you ASP in the URL. That is one example. Okay, here 3 different server programmings we are using here, but UI will be common. So 3 developers will work out on one single web page. So one is web UI developers. Here web UI developers. Second one server side developers. Here third one database developers. Here database developers. 3 team of developers will work out on one single application. One is UI developer, server side developer, database developer. Here in this UI development time, you can check it here. UI developers will work out on only UI programming. So if you learn these all topics, along with that, any one server, Here, if you learn all these topics, along with that, any one server programming, any one framework, along with these all topics, if you complete any framework, web UI basic course, along with that, one framework, JavaScript related framework. Framework here, it is Angular or React.js or Node.js, like this. Here, Node.js, if you complete any one framework, then you called as framework level developer. Here, if you work out on any framework here, you will call it as any framework level developer. Here, we are learning here web UI programming. In this web UI programming, I am learning here Angular, React, Node. Like this, if you learn any one framework, then you will call as web UI developer. So this course will run for only front-end basic codes. Here, if you want to be a UI side developers, you have to complete any one framework here. No need to learn all the frameworks. So any one framework is enough to enter into the development environment as a front-end developer. Okay. So here, this course here 2 months. Any one framework, if you choose it, that is also 2 months. Okay. Here, now I'll go for the first topic introduction. Here we are in web UI. In that first topic here, that is HTML. HTML is a hypertext markup language. It's a hypertext markup language. This will create, here it is completely markup, means here it is tag based programming. Tag is nothing but it's an instruction to a browser. We can give our instructions to the browser in the form of tags. See here, I opened 3 different sites with the 3 different programmings. Here, now if you right click inspect element on this, in this Facebook, you can see that here standard code of HTML is like this. Here, this half part is the HTML code, this half part is the CSS code. You can open any website. If you right click inspect element, you can see that standard code of HTML will be here. Doc type HTML head and body. This is the standard code. Here only you can check it here. Doc type. Here HTML start, HTML close. Under this, here only you can find it here. Head start and close. Here body start and close. Head and body tag. Under this head tag, we can show you here. Script tag, we use it here for writing JavaScript code. Here style tag, we use it here for writing CSS. Here script tag and then style tag, we use it here for writing JavaScript and the CSS code. Here under the script tag, you can write it here. Here only you can write it here. HTML tags. Here doc type HTML head and body, we use it here for creating our application. Here under this, here only you can check it here. Doc type HTML head and body. Here doc type, here it is document type of HTML. So I'm creating any HTML application. Here, if you don't write the head section, what happens? See here, remove the head part. Delete. See how the application is displaying. It is displaying that output, but there is no proper alignment for this content. Okay, so there is no proper alignment for this content if you don't write the head section. Once you refresh, all will back. Here, inside of it, here doc type HTML head and body is the standard code. Here in this head tag, if you remove the head section, if you delete the head section, you cannot see any output for this. If you delete the head section, you cannot see any output for this. See, you cannot see any proper alignment for the content. So once you refresh, all will back. Here, now you can see that if you remove the body tag, just delete the body. See, if I remove the body tag, you cannot see any output for this. See, once you refresh, all will back. Here, this is what here, head and body. Under this, doc type HTML head and body is the standard code. Here, document head tag, if you delete it here, you cannot see any proper alignment for this content. If you once you refresh, all will back. Here, if you don't write the body tag, if you delete the body tag, you cannot see any output for this. Okay, so bottom line here, if you write any HTML page, inside the head section only, because of that script tag and the style tag, we are adding here JavaScript code. Here JavaScript code we are adding and CSS code we are adding for our application. Here inside the body tag, here inside the head section, we are adding these two. And inside the body section, we are writing here, inside the body, we can write it here, total HTML tags. Here, HTML tags we are writing here, under this HTML tags. So here you may write videos, audios. Here video files you can write, audio files you can write. Here images you can write, forms you can write, application forms. Here application forms we can write. Here, next one, here application forms, videos, audios. Here, like this, you can write it here, images, buttons, here buttons, radio buttons, text box, a drop down list. Here, like this, etc., etc., you will write it. So, basic skeleton of the web page, we will write it by this HTML. So, basic skeleton of the web page, we can write it with this HTML. Because of HTML only, we can create it here, basic skeleton of the web page. Here, skeleton part of web page, we can create it. We can create it using HTML. Using HTML, we can create basic skeleton part of the web page. So, basic skeleton part of the web page, we can create it with this HTML. HTML is creating basic skeleton part of the web page. Under this, here we are writing here skeleton part of the web page. We can create it with this HTML. Under this, you will learn it here. These all JavaScript is for CSS. JavaScript is for programming part, client-side programming. CSS is for alignment. HTML is for hypertext markup language. It will create completely tag-based programming. Tags are nothing but it's an instruction to the browser. Here, skeleton part of the web page is by HTML. So next one, here only you can find it here. Second one, CSS. Second one, here it is CSS. CSS, here it is cascading style sheet. Here, CSS, second part. So first part is skeleton. We observed here. From this output, we observed here. See, if I don't write the body, you cannot see any output. If I write the body, along with the head only, you can write that skeleton. See, this is only HTML output. There is no head tag here, no script here. Only HTML content, I wrote it like this. This is totally related to HTML. Because of HTML, we can create this type of output. Next, we are going for here. HTML is creating here. It's a hypertext markup language. It is completely tag-based programming. Tags are nothing but it's an instruction to the browser. Here, tags are nothing but it's an instruction to the browser. We can give all our instructions to the browser in the form of tags. Here, CSS, here it is cascading style sheet. Second part of our course is cascading style sheet CSS. This will create style part of web page. Style part of the web page, we can create it with this CSS. Here, style part is nothing but here. So, style part of the web page, we can create it with this CSS. Here only you can check it here. Style here, background colors. Here, background colors, borders, text related styles, font related styles. Here, alignment of the web page. Here, alignment of web page. Here, these all we can create it with the CSS. See here. You can check it here, how this. Here, you can see that here, that output here, like this. Suppose if you want to remove the color of this button, or if you want to change the color of this button, see here. This bottom one is the color. See, whatever color you are selecting, that will be overtime color. And normal button color, here button color, if you want to change it, here colors you can change it here. Color for this application, once you refresh, color will back. Here this is what button. Here for this button, here you can change that color here. See, this is one color. See, I want to change the color of this button to red or a pink. See, color is changing like this. Okay, so this is what here. Here CSS. Here you can see that border. Here, if you want, you can change the border. Here, line height, font size, text alignment. Here, border, you can see here. Direction, left to right. All you can see. Here it is one complete div tag. Here is our complete div tag. I want to write. Here, border color, I want to change it. See, if you increase the width of that border, see here. See, I'm giving 32 pixels of border and that too blue color border like this. This is one border. Here, if you don't want a solid border, you can write some other border for this. See, completely I'm changing that Facebook application here itself. Here, this is groove border. Here, dotted border, dashed border. Here only dashed border. Like this, you can write it here, all your borders for our application. Border for our application, we can write like this. Here, dashed border, dotted border. Here, dotted border, dashed border, solid border, you can see like this. This way only we can execute our output. This is what about the border and CSS changes. Here, HTML is creating content part. CSS is giving alignment of the web page. Complete alignment of the web page is by CSS. So by this, you can understand here. Here we understood two topics here. One is HTML, second one CSS. HTML is creating content part of the web page. CSS is giving alignment part of the web page. Alignment, complete alignment of the web page is by this. Here, next I'm going for here the colors and all. So whatever changes I'm doing here, these all practical changes I'm explaining here, practical example. So this way only in the real time, when I go for the project session, that time I'll explain to you each topic related practical example I'll show you. Here, second topic of our content here, CSS. Because of this, we are giving here alignment and the colorful structure for our application. Third topic of our course is here, JavaScript. Because of this JavaScript, what you can create. Here, because of this JavaScript, what you can create, check it. Here, JavaScript is a client-side scripting language. Here it is a client-side scripting language. It is a browser executable programming. Browser executable programming. Here, under this, what I can do? HTML is creating skeleton. CSS is giving alignment. Third one, JavaScript. It will add functionality to our application. Here, functionality. Functionality of web page, we can create it using JavaScript. Using JavaScript only, we can add functionality to our applications. All functionalities we can add to our program by using this JavaScript. JavaScript adds functionality to our application. CSS gives you alignment for our application. CSS is used to write alignment and JavaScript is adding functionality. Here, next one, you can check it here. See, this is HTML. It is creating basic skeleton part of the web page. CSS is giving alignment part of the web page. JavaScript is adding functionality. See, check that example here. Now I'm submitting that application form. See, You are getting here invalid address or find the mobile number isn't connected to your account. Like this, I'm getting some error messages. This error message is because of JavaScript. If you don't enter the valid format of email address. So here I entered something invalid format of email address. Now you can check it. If you submit it, I'll get error message here. Here I'll get error message here. See, this error message is because of JavaScript. Because of JavaScript, I'll get error message. So from my classes, you will learn each topic related example and topic related practical implementation you will learn in my class. So with that, you can understand my syllabus. You can continue with my content. Okay. So up to now, if you have any doubt, you can ask please. And remaining topics introduction and with example, I'll explain to you in the next session. And up to now, I explained here 3 topics introduction. One is HTML, is creating skeleton. Second part CSS is giving alignment of the application. Third part JavaScript is adding here functionality to our application. Complete functionality of a web page is by JavaScript. Next, we'll go for here JavaScript functionality to our application. Remaining topics introduction, I'll explain to you in the next session. Okay. So any doubts? Yes. Yes, any doubts? Yes, please. If you have any doubt, you can unmute and ask your questions, or you can type it in the chat window. Any doubts? Yes, Vamshi Krishna, Durai, Mahadasa. Any doubts?
No doubts. No doubts.
No doubts. Okay. Fine. We'll meet tomorrow at 7 o'clock for the continuation of demonstration. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.